So Charlie Downs was on Talk TV with Julia Hartley Brewer today, and it was an absolute car crash for her. She literally started melting down and acting like a 5-year-old, because she had no response to Charlie's points. It really was astonishing to watch. I don't really watch Brewer, and I actually thought she was okay from the few clips I have seen of her in the past, but she's absolutely lost all credibility in my eyes after this. It was a complete mess. Anyway, it's a long clip, so no big intro. Let's just hop straight into it.
Our next guest is the campaigns director and spokesman at Restore Britain, and he is Charlie Downs, and joins us now. Good afternoon to you, Charlie.
Hello, Julia. Good to be with you.
Thank you very much for joining us. Can I ask you, this so-called olive branch offered in this video a couple of days ago by your leader, Rupert Lowe, to Nigel Farage in a 12-minute public video posted online, was it actually a genuine bid to try and sort of form a rapprochement, or, as many people are saying, was it rather poisoned? And if he'd really wanted to basically try and do a deal, he'd have done this behind the scenes privately?
It was absolutely a genuine offer, Julia, and the reason that we did it in public in the way that we did was because we felt that the need for transparency in these negotiations, because, to be frank, there is bad blood between the two parties involved, and we felt that it was best for both our own members, Reform members, and indeed the general public to see these negotiations play out in full in public, because the 5 principles that we have offered Reform, the 5 principles around which we believe the patriotic parties of the right in Britain should be organised, are the bare minimum for restoring Britain. And I noticed, by the way, that yourself and others in the mainstream media have actually routinely failed to mention all 5 of our policy.
I must have mentioned them about 5 times on air yesterday.
Well, many of your colleagues have routinely failed to mention one of the most important ones, I would say the most important one, which is demographic security for the white British people. We're going to become a minority in this country within the next 40 years on present demographic trends. In 2024, only 54% of live births were to white British mothers. This is an existential threat to our nation, and Reform have always denied.
Why? What do you mean, why? How can you be this thick? It's a problem because if there are no native British people in Britain, which is the next logical step after we become a minority, then it won't be Britain anymore, will it? You absolute donkey. How insufferable is her face too as she says that, like, oh, how dare you care about your ancestral homeland? Don't you want to give it away to a bunch of third worlders who you never even voted to be in the country in the first place? What, are you some sort of racist? What an absurd thing to say, and it's a big mask-off moment for her there.
It's this.
Why? No. Let me give you a bit more detail around why I'm saying why. I think an awful lot of people in this country, of actually of all skin colours.
So she realised how ridiculous she sounded, so now she's trying to walk it back. But don't worry, Julia, we all saw your honest reaction. Let's see what absolute civic nationalist Tory dribble she comes up with now to try and save face her.
A bit more detail around why I'm saying why. I think an awful lot of people in this country, of actually of all skin colours, share a concern about the major demographic changes in this country in terms of people coming from other countries, not speaking our language, not sharing our values of adherence to the law and integrating, etc., etc. However, I don't think that's got anything to do with anyone's skin colour. So why is that a threat to our country?
White British is a census classification used by the
ONS. I'm not disputing that.
Yes, so I'm not talking about skin colour, I'm talking about a census classification that includes...
You are talking about
English,
skin colour.
Scottish,
white.
Welsh and
The word
Irish.
white. It's a bit of a clue there.
Yes, well, I mean, it's a descriptive category used
There
by
is
the
an
ONS
ethnicity that is, English, white, British, white. Yes, I get that. And, going back many centuries, we are and have been always, until about 20 years ago, almost entirely a white nation. I get that.
So why are you questioning it then? What, is she like 3 years old? Does she need a definition on what white British ethnicity is and why it's important for Britain to stay our native ethnicity? Would she make this argument about China or India to one of their people? Or is it just England she wants to give away to Ahmed from Pakistan?
Why is there being fewer births to white British as opposed to, say, black British or brown British people? Why is that a threat to our country?
Well, I think you've just answered that yourself, Julia, and that is that this is a very recent change in our nation's demographics, and an unwelcome change. It is a change that nobody ever voted for. In fact, since modern mass immigration began with the passing of the British Nationality Act in 1948, the British public have routinely voted against mass immigration, particularly from the Third World and former colonies.
But you're talking about immigration.
That's because these are people that are coming from vastly different cultures, vastly different parts of the world, with whom we have very little shared history.
I and many others,
and therefore,
Charlie, I and many others share those concerns, but you are conflating immigration and white.
Like I said before, I don't watch this woman and I don't want to be rude, but is she always this stupid? How does she think non-white people get to Britain? They don't just sprout up out of the ground spontaneously, do they? It's from immigration, which, like Charlie rightly pointed out, we've voted against at every single election for decades. But because we're governed by anti-British traitors who actually hate their own native brothers and sisters, they did it anyway.
Yes, I realise that ethnically British people have been white, so they have been. However, there are an awful lot of people who we will live and work alongside, and children go to school alongside, who are not just British as in they've got a British passport. Their parents were born here. They were born here. They know no other country. They consider themselves completely British. They are British. My grandparents on one side came from Ireland. I consider myself, my father was born here, my mother was born here, I was born here, I consider myself British. People with exactly the same credentials, but maybe their family came from the Caribbean or came from India, but they have lived here 2 or 3 generations. They shared language, values, beliefs, integrated, assimilated generations ago. Why is they having babies? Why is that a threat to this country?
So, Julia, you are here acting as a mouthpiece for the regime that currently governs this country.
Do shut up, Charlie. You're embarrassing yourself.
What you're saying...
No, Julia. I think you'll find you're the one who's looking like a complete retard who doesn't understand basic definitions.
So, Julia, you are here acting as a mouthpiece for the regime that currently governs this country.
Do shut up, Charlie. You're embarrassing yourself.
What you're saying is exactly the same thing I've been hearing for my entire life, from primary school to secondary school to university, about what it means to be British, and that is that it is about shared values. This project
Why do you keep mentioning skin colour then?
As I've already said, and as you have acknowledged, white British is a census category used by the government to describe the English, Scottish, Welsh and Northern Irish. In other words, the native peoples of the British Isles.
Native, now, yes, I accept the word, I accept that, but why? But just, you know perfectly well, and with all due respect, I don't think you're as clever as you think you are, that you are constantly conflating the issue of immigration. I've just said to you, there is an issue with immigration and people who are not integrated, but I don't see what that's got to do with skin colour.
What's your definition of integration, Julia?
People, I think I've already said it 2 or 3 times, but people who speak English fluently, who are completely sharing values, belief in the law, equality under the law for women, gay people, I would suggest would be a key value now for the vast majority of Brits. You can marry who you want, you can worship who you want, you don't shut down to it. I would consider queuing, being nice, fairness. I would consider a lot of those to be British values and being integrated.
So if all of the white British people currently in Britain were replaced by Pakistanis and Somalians, all of whom believed in queuing, would Britain be the same as it is now, or would it be different?
This is
the key question, Julia.
No, it's not the key question. You're making a glib point. You're the one who keeps saying it's about immigration, and then you keep talking about skin colour.
Julia, the question is, are we a people or aren't we? And if we are, then the changing demographics do have a material effect on the future of the country.
Changing demographics do.
I don't want my children to grow up in some effing Lebanon, which is the situation we are rapidly hurtling towards with the massive demographic change that we're experiencing in this country. So, if we are to restore Britain and turn it into a country that is worth living in for young people and old people, and all British people, then restoring Britain's demographic security and recognising that the changing demographics is at the root of so much of what is wrong with our country today is absolutely essential. And as you have just demonstrated, yourself, others in the mainstream media, and indeed many of those in Reform of the Conservative Party are not prepared to have this conversation because
I'm perfectly prepared to. I'm not trying to shut down the conversation. I just thought I was going to have a conversation with you about restore and reform. We come back on again another time when we've got more time, when we will debate that in more detail.
Wow, what an absolute mess for her. She really has lost all credibility to anyone that actually matters in regards to this issue. She literally had no response to anything Charlie was saying, so she just threw her toys out the pram and started throwing her arms about like a child. What an embarrassment. And what an absolute flawless victory for Charlie. Anyway, another establishment shill totally exposed. But please let me know what you think about this in the comments, and thanks for watching.